Howdy folks, and welcome to the 6th episode of Just the Two of Us, 2 artists, 2 songs, 2 questions on Tuesday night. Tonight I'm joined by the incredible Canadian country duo Rosewood Ave. They've been putting out some great music in 2021, and they recently released a single that was written by Brandy Clark, Shane McAnally, and Josh Osbourne. So I'm so excited to talk with them. Let's jump right in.
It's so nice to meet you guys. I've been following you on Instagram for a very long time, and so it's nice to virtually meet you all finally. For anybody who's joining who follows me that don't know you all, you're Rosewood Ave, Canadian country music duo from Ontario. You've been married since 2017, which is so cool. You've worked with Garth Fundis, who's worked with Trisha Yearwood, Sugarland. You released your first single, Fool for Love, in February, which I love. And you've just released Broke, which was written by the incredible trio, Brandy Clark, Josh Osbourne, Shane McAnally, which is incredible.
Yes.
And so my question for you all is, how did you first hear Broke? And how did you hear it and say, this is a song I want to cut?
Yeah, that's a great question. Do you want to lead it?
Yeah, sure. So basically, we're working with Debbie Zavidson out in Nashville. And I mean, the connections that she has, it's unreal. And just her resume, she has access to, she's a publisher. She has access to all these amazing songs. And after, she pitched us Fool for Love, which we're like, it's perfect first single. It's, it's that love song and perfect for our story. Then after, we're like, yeah, but we have a fun side to us as well, and we want to show that. So she pitched us. She's good friends with Brandy Clark.
Yeah.
And she really wanted, Brandy's been wanting people to cut her songs, so she pitched us that song. And, just the words, we're like, that's such Northern Ontario.
Yeah.
For the folks that don't know where that is, I mean, it's out in the boonies, and it's really like that song really captures how it is up here. So we thought, this would be a fun tune to cut. And
yeah, we fell in love with it right away. And it was really cool. Not a lot of people know this, but it was really cool to hear Brandy's demo as well.
Yeah.
To just hear that coming from her too. And as soon as we heard it, it had a little bit of, we love our prime country and we love our blues and our classic rock. And I felt like it had a good mix of those three. So yeah, it was kind of a love at first listen kind of situation. And you can expect a music video for Broke coming out soon, which is a lot of fun.
Within the next couple
weeks. It was
weeks.
all in Northern Ontario. I haven't shared much about it, but it was all at my family's camp, taken there and taking in my parents' backyard. So it's really close to our hearts. So I'm looking forward to releasing that.
That's so exciting. And also, I love the music video for Fool for Love. So
Yes.
that was from your actual wedding, correct?
Yeah.
I loved it. And it's so cool because even though you all didn't write that song, you really it's like it's yours. The way that you captured the story in the music video, it's just it's your story. It's so cool. It's so cool you've taken someone else's words and just made it your own, which I think is just a whole different skill set in itself that you guys are able to do that. So what song are you guys gonna play for us tonight?
Well, we were gonna play.
Broke.
We'll play Broke, our newest single. Yeah.
Yes.
And
Yeah, here it is.
do you want us to play right now?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, okay. No gas for the plow, so the corn's gonna silk, and we traded the cow so we can't pass the milk. Our jeans don't need patching, our eggs don't need yolks, and we might be laughing, but it ain't no joke. Y'all are broke, we're busted, our Chevy truck is rusted, we're high and dry. Ain't enough apples for the apple pie. If we had a penny, we sure could spare it. Sitting on the porch, drinking generic cold. We're broke. jars don't need pickles, the greens don't need collars. Been rubbing these nickels, but ain't got no dollars. We dig our own ditches, we roll our own smokes, and we kinda wish some rich uncle would croak. 'Cause we're broke, we're busted, our Chevy truck is rusted. We're high and dry, ain't enough dollars for the apple pie. If we had a penny, we sure could spare it. Sitting on the porch drinking generic Coke. We're broke. Good thing you're looking, good thing I'm so funny. Too bad the sugar can't melt into honey. The white left the picket, the fleas left the hound. Even the crickets have moved into town. Now we get our kicks off of the stuff we can grow. 'Cause here in the sticks, all us regular folks, y'all, we're broke, we're busted. Our Chevy truck is rusted. We're high and dry, ain't enough dollars for the apple pie. If we had a penny, we sure could spare it. Sitting on the porch drinking generic Coke. What a broke.
There you go.
There you have it.
That was so good. That was
thank you.
nice. And my cheeks hurt from smiling during that because, like, I've been listening to that song on repeat since it came out. And so I feel like I just had, like, a front row seat to, like, a personal thing. And so I'm, like, fangirling over here.
Oh, I love
Maybe get a
it.
sip of water to collect myself.
And you know, I love playing an acoustic because it's very similar, you know, when we sent the demo to Garth Fundus, you know, that's pretty much exactly what it sounded like. So it's fun to play it stripped down
Yeah.
and get back to that too.
All right. Now we got a question for you, Rachel. So basically, like for us, music has a really important part in our lives. So we're wondering, like, what got you into, you know, doing music, and why is it so important to you?
I'm a very competitive person. Like when I was in school, I was a person that always had to get like the straight A's, the highest, you know, thing in class. This girl that was like neck and neck with me for getting like biggest nerd of third grade, essentially, she started taking piano lessons. And so I was like, if I'm going to reign superior of third grade, I'm gonna need to start taking piano lessons. And so I did, and I did competitive piano lessons, like actually competing in competitions and things for 10 years. Then started playing clarinet and marching band, ukulele, guitar, and singing was always something I wanted to do, and I would do with like when no one was around, but I didn't start singing until I was in high school, a junior in high school.
But you know, though, that drive, you know, if you want to be a serious musician, it takes drive and it's a lot of hard work.
You
So
need
I'm sure
you
that
need
serves you well.
that competitive
Yeah.
side. You need it.
Like, I get that. I'm like, yeah, sounds kind of like my story.
Oh yeah. She's more competitive than me.
Yeah, he's not very competitive.
Yeah, I'm like miserable whenever we play board games because it just ruins my night. So I try to not do that as much anymore. Broke is sort of like the style of music that I like to write, and so to go along with Broke, I thought I would sing my song High School Reunion for y'all tonight.
Yeah,
Cool.
awesome.
When our hats blew up, we hit the ground running, had to prove we can make ourselves something. We could see our name on the local news. In 10 years we knew we'd make them regret it, make all the doubters seem real pathetic, and they'd applaud when we walked in the room. But it's really hard, oh my lord, to find dreams you can't afford. You gotta buy food and make rent, get paid, and soon a day turns into a decade. Well, let's raise a glass. The past 10 years really kicked our class, but we'll just keep on trying until we all start dying. If we pray, maybe we can get it done before the next high school reunion. We put name tags on, but it's all for show. We creep Facebook, so we already know who lost their hair and who lost their mind. We talk the glory days and the weather, think how we all used to look better and try to hide all our wrinkle lines. But it's really hard to try and find creams that can rewind time. You gotta scrub hard and moisturize, and then a decade's gone before your eyes. Well, let's raise a glass. The past 10 years really kicked our class. But we'll just keep on trying until we all start dying. And we pray maybe we can get it done before the next high school reunion. So pull up your Spanx and just give thanks to God that this ain't the end. We got another 10 to try and win before we have to do this again. And that's a reason to raise a glass. 'Cause the past 10 years really kicked our class. We'll just keep on trying until we all start dying. And we pray maybe we can get it done before the next high school reunion. If we fail, then we'll just bail on the next high school reunion.
That was so good.
Awesome.
That song is so well written. I love the words.
Thank you.
That
Thank
is
you.
so good.
Okay, so I know I'm only supposed to ask one question, but I have a follow-up question for you all.
Sure.
So I've grown up in Tennessee, just 2 hours away from Nashville. And so country music was all around, like that was the big thing, the main genre. So is it as big of a thing where you're from? Is that like the predominant music that people listen to, or how did you get into country music?
That's a good question.
I would say it definitely is one of the more popular genre up here. I mean, I think people are into whatever's mostly popular on the radio and stuff. But I mean, I know for me, like I grew up, like my parents and my whole family was super into country music. Like I didn't really have a choice but to like it. Because we were listening to George Jones and Merle Haggard like all the time. So I think it was.
I would say it is one of the most popular genres. Like we both grew up in really musical families too. So I grew up watching my dad like play in bands, and my uncles and my cousins. So there's a lot of country up here, and there's a lot of classic rock.
I was gonna say classic rock would be probably the up there with what's popular and what people love to listen to.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. I think it's so cool how like whenever I think of country music, just because I'm here, it feels like this is where country music is, but it's so cool to hear it's everywhere. Like people find, ways to connect to it in Canada and wherever. Like it's just really awesome. And I'm so happy that we found time. You guys come on here and do this. I'm looking forward to seeing the Broke music video. I think that's gonna be so cool. So thank you guys so much for coming on.
This was so much fun, Rachel. We'll have to keep in touch. And
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, if ever we go to Nashville, we'll have to meet up.
yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. Definitely let me know whenever you're in the States in Tennessee. So I'll see you guys later. It was so great meeting you.